good evening. It's Saturday night here in the Pacific or in California. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. And if you're watching me in the Philippines, if you're watching the show, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. It's Sunday. Grabe! It's almost a new year in the Philippines. So marami pong mga countdown that's happening right now. But before anything else, happy viewing to our team share as well as our team replay. And also, if you're watching in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. As always, ito po si Kuya Josh na bumabati sa inyo na isang magandang araw, tanghali at gabi. Happy New Year to everybody. It's here in the US. It's December 30. Happy Rizal Day as well. Pero sa inyo po dyan sa Philippines, if you're watching that, it's the 31st. So nako, I guess what I would suggest and I would hope na wag tayo magpag-firecrackers o magpaputok. So maiwas disgrasya. Also, if you're watching us in different podcasts, we are live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel as well as PHLB Radio Facebook page. So if you are not a subscriber yet on the YouTube channel, please, what are you waiting for? Please do share and subscribe para you will be always up to speed with all the shows of PHLB Radio. Also, we are on different podcasts like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. So, and if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you have any question or you want to know more about the station and our shows, just log on to PHLB Radio webpage, which is www.phlbradio.com. Nako, maganda po ang ating year-end ngayon kasi napaka-timing because this is our last show for this year ng 2023, and I know it was very challenging to some of us. Yung iba naman very fruitful and productive, but at the end of the day, we are all in this together. Even Kuya Josh had some challenges as well in 2023. So alam ko yung iba sa inyo, based on the letter that you had sent me, also the text, ako, I am in awe talaga of oozing with gratitude. Like before I read our letter, the letter was sent by Joey. Pinapatago siya sa pangalang Joey. At napakaganda po ng letter at saka it was so timely for us to have that little discussion tonight. Anyway, before anything else, I would like to take this opportunity to really thank each one of you. Talagang yung mga sumaybay, hindi bumitaw, at yung mga nagtitim replay at nagtitim share, maraming salamat. I am so lost of a word to thank you for being there for not only for this show, but for all the shows here at PHLB Radio. Nakakataba po ng puso to know that weekly you watch our shows, and some of you they watch it daily at yung iba po nagpahatid na the show Dear Kuya Josh has become a parang weekly habit ninyo at na medyo nagtatampo kayo pag replay. So si Kuya Josh is trying to very hard na kahit pa paano hindi tayo mag-replay. At kung may mag-replay naman po, I do apologize kasi may mga bagay-bagay sa buhay na we cannot avoid. But I am trying to do, at hopefully for 2024, it will be a much better year for our shows. So yun po, at maraming salamat po talaga sa mga shares nyo, sa mga comments, constructive criticisms, mga suggestions, and the letters that you are sending to us. Ay talaga pong texts and letters and emails. It is so heartwarming to know that talaga pong we're making a difference, that we are making a dent in your life. At like what I've said time and time again, the letters po are not only eye-opener for a lot of people, even for myself, because I'm learning a lot from your comments, your advices, and sometimes your criticisms because that's how we all learn. That's how we become a better person. Sabi ko nga, the show, this Dear Kuya Josh, is helping me to be to be the best version of myself. Yan ako, exciting talaga ngayon kasi nga 31st of 2023. Nako. At finally, mag-iiba na ang year in a couple of hours if you are in different parts of the world. And dito naman po sa US, it would be next tomorrow. So right now there's so much traffic and all the here, just to give you an update, here in the US, nagkakagulo na po in a good way sa mga groceries, the Costco's, the Vons, the Lucky's, even Seafood City, Island Pacific, because everybody is trying to get their shopping for their Noche Buena, which is a good dinner for tomorrow. And of course, tradition ng Philippines, we are trying, or we believe na yung mga 12 mga prutas na kailangan 12 daw, because it represent each month, each fruit will represent kailangan daw bilog. There's so many, I would say, tradition or pamahiin o paniniwala, belief na if you have 12 round fruits on your table, it means that it connotes success and kumbaga magandang buhay, magandang future for 2024. Also, some people believe and that eating seedless grapes, 12 of them at the strike of midnight, ayun daw ay represent ng each grape that you will consume will be a representation na hindi ka mauubusan ng pera. And there's another pamahiin naman na para to get rid of the bad luck daw ng bahay, is maglagay kayo sa timba o sa basin, patya ng warm water, put as much salt you could put it, tapos ilagay daw sa center ng bahay nyo para lahat daw ng kamalasan, evil spirits, entities, magja-jump into that salt, at then you just need to throw it sa sewer o sa kanal at the following day. Yun po ang mga ritual na pinaniniwalaan, or some of them. But ako, although I do not disagree on those, but at the end of the day, you just have to believe the one true God, and that's Jesus, or kung sino man po. I keep saying, because I don't want naman you feel like we're preaching a certain religion, a certain denomination here. But at the end of the day, it is important that you acknowledge that there is a one true God, at kung sino pa yung ina-adore nyo, or you just need to know that there is a supreme being other than yourself, because at the end of the day, yun po ang inyong panghawakan. And I believe, like what I've said time and time again, it's really prayers. Prayers do move mountain. Yun po ang aking pinanghahawakan, at yun po ang weapon na I would always suggest to everybody, na ito po yun talagang mabisang weapon o sandata against anything in your life, whether it's problems or sickness or anything that needs to be repaired in your relationships, whether wives, basta in general, any relationship, any problems, throw it lang. Like yung lang sinasabi in the past, BTS, di ba? I think I mentioned it also in my last show yesterday sa Dear Kuya Josh, sa Alam Mo Ba, na it's BTS, hindi po yun yung yung K-pop ng Korean. BTS po is believe, trust, and surrender. You have to believe that there is a supreme being higher than yourself, that there is a grand design from this supreme being. Sa mga Catholic and Christian, that's Jesus and the Lord God the Father, that who is in charge. Sabi nga nila, hindi ka pa pinapanganak, the grand design is already laid out for you. Tapos yung you just have to believe that, you have to hold that dearly close to your heart. Yung naman pong pangalawa would be trust. You have to trust that there is this supreme being that is a loving, forgiving entity or God na talagang gumagabay, that's always gonna be there. Sabi nga, a lot of us said, had mentioned time and time again, na parang bakit ganon? A lot of things are happening to good people, bad things are happening to good people, and parang kinu-question, why is there such thing, na parang nagko-question sila na kung merong may something bad happen in their lives, they question the existence of the Lord God or Jesus or the supreme being that they adore. At ang lagi ko po sinasabi, and this is one thing that I learned also sa ating mga viewers and listeners, sometimes when the silence of the supreme being, the God, the Lord, yun po it doesn't mean that you are on your own, that napabayaan ka niya, but instead, think of it that He is silent because He's doing something behind the scene. At yun po ang inyong pangawakan. Yung S naman po is surrender. So believe, B is for believe, T is for trust, S is for surrender. I-surrender niyo lang po yung lahat ng successes nyo, failures, problems, sickness. I believe po pag itinaas nyo, when you offer it back to Lord, at you have your prayer, your personal prayer, that not only it helps calm your feeling, at the same time it gives you that sense of assurance, sense of knowing that that there is someone who's gonna take care of it. So it's always believe, trust, and surrender. Yan muna ang ating pasakalye bago tayo magbasa ng letter ni Joey. Okay, let's start na. So hopefully, yung mga nalilate, kasi right now po, everybody is excuse. Kasi po alam ko, you guys are too busy. So I'm hoping that people who would still be able to log in and watch a show, magandang viewing habit po at magandang viewing sa inyo. Maraming salamat po talaga. So let's start with the letter ni Joey. Dali lang po. Sabi niya, ang title po for tonight's episode is Make Your Faith make your faith bigger than your fear. Ibig sabihin, gawin mo ang iyong paniniwala o sampalataya mas malaki kesa iyong takot. Okay, sabi niya, Dear Kuya Josh, sabi niya, magandang araw sa iyo, tanghali o gabi. Good day, kumbaga. Maraming pong salamat at meron kayong show na katulad ng Dear Kuya Josh. Thank you, PHLB Radio, for having a show like this. Alam niyo po, ako ay isang masugid na fan ninyo, ng show ninyo. Ako, nakakatawa po ng puso. Na lagi po akong nanonood. I don't sometimes watch yung live because of the schedule po here where I'm at. Hagi ko nang masabi. Where I'm at. Pero for sure po, I watch the replay at sinishare ko rin po. Just to let you know, I bump into your show by accident kasi po titingin ako sa YouTube one time at I came across your show at napakinggan ko po minsan yun pong kailan mahuhugasan ng kasalanan, and I really like it at nakakapanabik po ang bawat letters o email na binabasa nyo on air. Like everyone else, I feel bad kapag replay po yung show kasi po it's a weekly habit na po sa akin. At just to let you know po, talaga pong nakakapulutan po ng aral. Mga sabi nyo nga po, nuggets of wisdom ang mga episode na ginagawa po sa show ninyo. So again, maraming salamat po at sana continue po ang show nyo and more power sa inyo at more power also sa PHLB Radio. Kuya Josh, itago niyo lang po ako sa pangalang Joey. Maganda po ang gusto kong mensahe. It took me a while to see if I am able to write this email to you. At naglakas loob po ako because I think it's high time that I share with you and to your viewers and to your listeners ang mga ganapan sa akin, and I believe po na this is the time na i-share ko sa inyo ang mga bagay na natutunan ko, hindi lamang po sa buhay kung hindi rin po sa pakikinig. Nako Joey, maraming sa pakikinig sa Dear Kuya Josh. Nako, parang kamag-anak yata kita, Joey. Sobrang papuri, Joey, with all sincerity and seriousness. Maraming salamat. It makes my heart, and I know the heart of the management of PHLB Radio, talagang happy hearts po kasi nagkakaroon ng saysay, nagkakaroon talaga ng deeper meaning, the hard work that we put into each shows. Okay, so in each shows, and it shows pala na marami pong natutuwa. Anyway, let's continue. Itago niyo lang po ako sa pangalawang Joey. May asawa po ako. Okay naman po ang family life namin, and we have 2 grown-up kids. Well, hindi na po talaga kids. Ano na po sila? Mga barako po. At hindi pa po sila nag-aasawa. They're both single and they still live with us. Alam niyo naman po ang kulturang Filipino. We try to keep our kids in our home as much as we could. At minsan nga po, as we all know, with the Philippine culture, we try to have our kids with us. Dear Kuya Josh, wala naman po akong masyadong naging problema sa buhay pamilya. Minsan lang po, like everyone else, nakakaroon ng problem. But one thing that I learned early in life, especially relationship, is communication. And like what you said in some of your previous shows, communication is key. Pag po nag-uusap at nagpapaliwanagan ang magkasing irog o mag-asawa o magkarelasyon, malaki pong bagay yon. Yun po ang aming pinangahawakan ng asawa ko for so long na we don't keep our grudges towards each other. Kung ano po ang diferensya ay aming pinag-uusapan. Kung ano po ang hindi gusto ng isa, pinag-uusapan at dinidiscuss. Minsan po, you said na dapat po hindi matulog na magkagalit. Minsan po, mahirap din po yun gawin kasi yung tampo po minsan umaabot ng 24 to 48 hours. Pero lagi po naming sinasabi sa isa't isa na communication is key, at yun rin po ang aming tinuturo sa aming dalawang anak. Kuya Josh, I came from a simple family. Hindi po kami mayaman, hindi rin po kami mahirap. Sakto lang. And I went to college sa isang universidad na very, very prestigious po dito sa Pilipinas. Ito po ang tinatawag nilang mga scholar daw ng bayan. So, isa po akong engineer now, or inhinyero, but engineer, I guess engineer is engineer in English. At nagtapos po ako nagtrabaho po ako right after graduating. Habang while I'm reviewing for the board exam. Awa po ng Diyos, I passed naman po with flying colors, hindi nga lang po part of the top 10. Pero ang importante po, pumasa. Right after that po, Kuya Josh, I decided to propose kay Mrs. at yun po ay isang malaking bagay na hindi ko pagsisisihan. Naging mabuti pong asawa, kasintahan at ina ang aking asawa. Hanggang sa ngayon po ay kami ay maligaya. And one of the reason, Kuya Josh, why I wrote is I just want to share with the people, with your viewers and your audience, ang mga bagay po na napulutan ko ng aral sa pakikinig at panonood sa show mo. Unang-una po, yung let go, let God. Alam niyo po, there was one time na namumroblema ako sa trabaho. Mukha pong napapag-initan ako ng aking boss at mukha pong hindi siya sang-ayon sa mga proposals ko dahil isa po akong supervisor. Lagi po kami nagtatalo, lagi pong merong diskusyon sa tuwing magmi-meeting kami ng mga kasamahan kong engineers. Una po, malaking galit ang namumuo sa akin. Lagi pong masama ang loob ko, lagi po akong mainit ang ulo dahil hindi nila nakikita yung points na pinapaliwanag ko sa kanila on how to make things better. Pero, na-chance ko po yung isang show nyo na Let Go, Let God. Alam nyo ba po yun ang ginawa ko? I let go of that feeling. I let go of that grudge. I let go of that sama ng loob at ang feeling na pinagkakaisahan ako. And voila! Napakatindi po nung nag-let go po ako at nag-let God. Alam nyo ba po na para siyang magic? Gumanda po bigla ang pakikitungo sa akin ng mga kasamahan ko, pati na po ng boss ko sa opisina. Para po siyang weapon o sandata na naging katuon, I guess side po na sorry side po na naging hinahawakan ko o pinangahawakan ko sa tuwing mahaharap po ako ng mga problema. I am just letting go, letting God. Yun po ang gusto kong unang ipa-share sa mga viewers at saka mga listeners nyo. Napakabisa po ito. Lagi nyo pong sambit-sambitin na parang dasal. Everyday po, sinasabi kong, Joey, let go, let God. Kahit po sa pagdadrive sa opisina, sa sobrang traffic po dito sa Pilipinas, lagi lang pong sinasabi ko, Joey, let go, let God. Naku, Joey, nakakaaliw, pasensya ka at medyo barok-baroka ng pagbasa ko nitong letter mo. Kasi natatawa talaga ako sa paglatag, the way you put things in your letter. Yung pangalawa po, Dear Kuya Josh, yung pangalawa po na gusto kong i-share sa inyo, yung pong aral na sinasabi nyo po lagi sa amin na yung 3 kinds of prayers. Joey, just for clarification, nako, yung ating yung 3 kinds ng pagsagot sa letter, that was not from me. That was if I am not mistaken, that was suggested by one of our viewers, si Josephine Castillo, who's from Ateneo area, Katipunan area. Yun yung one time na napag-usapan yung tungkol sa mga prayers. Anyway, to continue, Joey, sabi niya po, 1, some prayers are answered immediately or instantly. 2, sometimes prayer are delayed. And then sometimes 3, ang prayer po ay hindi binibigay. And I realize po, like what you said in your show, hindi binigay because hindi ito makakabuti sa iyo in the long run. Yun po ang pinangahawakan ko. So every time I pray, I always pray whatever is good or will be good for me and my family. Yun po ang ibinigay. So para pong thy will be done. Nako, Joey, tama ka. A little commentary lang. Totoo yan. Sa mga dasal, and even I that's one of the blessings that I learned this year. Kasi sometimes I'm like you also, na pag nagdadasal, I want the answer to be instant. Kumbaga, ito na agad-agad. And then, of course, there's some prayers na when I pray, agad-agad din yung sagot within the day or within 24 hours, and it happened. Tapos may mga sagot, may mga dasal naman akong parang ang tagal ng sagot, parang ang tagal, and sometimes parang nakakainip. and then the answer will be given to me, or the blessing will be given to me, pero na-delayed siya. And I realized na one of the thing ay sabi nga ni Josephine na nangyayari ito because meron pang ginagawang o may gusto pang si Lord na gawin sa buhay mo, at meron pa siyang there's some preparation needed for you to be able to be given or be granted this blessing or this petition that you're asking. Tapos yung third na sinabi mo na dito sa email mo, tama, yung minsan yung kala natin is a non-answered prayer. Hindi yung the mere fact na totoo yung sinabi mo, yung pag hindi nasagot yung ating hiling o hindi binigay, it doesn't mean na hindi siya sinagot. Yun na ang sagot. Sinagot yun simply because na pag binigay sa atin yung hinihiling mo, hindi ito makakabuti sa iyo in the long run. Hindi ito magiging, kasi sometimes yung gusto natin, it's within our spectrum of want lang. Yung gusto lang natin, hindi ito hindi yung kailangan natin sa ating buhay. At sometimes in the long run, marirealize natin na naku, buti pala hindi binigay sa atin yung hiling o yung petition o hindi grant, because ito pala ay makakasama sa atin. At yun ang natutunan ko, just like you, yung how prayers are answered. One, sometimes it's instant, sometimes delay, and the mere fact that it was not answered, it is already an answer in itself. So yun ang maganda. Thank you, Joey, for reminding me of that. So napakagandang year-end talaga tong sulat mo. Tapos continue. The third po is yung sinabi yung make your faith bigger than your fear. Kuya Josh, there's so many things that happen in my family life. Hindi siya pangit, pero lagi kong sinasabi sa aking mga anak na laging, especially when they undergo some problems, either with their work or with their schoolwork in the past, I always tell them, hawak lang mga anak, hawak lang sa faith. Gawin nyo yung faith nyo mas malaki kaysa sa takot. Kasi fear talaga is always gonna be there. Fear will always be fear kapag isinapuso mo at isinaisip mo. Kumbaga, sabi mo nga, pag takot ka, lalo kang matatakot. Pero pag inisip mo at ginawa mong sandalan or wall ang iyong faith against all this, para siyang shield, then everything will come to pass at everything will be solved and everything will be easier. Nako, Joey, maraming salamat. Totoo yan. Even I for 2023, nako, dami ring mga ganap-ganap sa aking buhay na sometimes ay parang yung one of our listeners and our viewers na nag-write na minsan gusto na niyang bumitaw with all the challenges that challenges that are part of her life. Pero ang naging natin nun, in life wag kang bibitaw. Just lagi ka lang hold on to your faith. Hold on to yung paniniwala mo o sampalataya mo, because eventually sabi nga yung mga problema natin na akala natin super bigat na o super parang hindi ka na makahinga at kumbaga nagkakaroon ka na ng depression and anxiety. And if you just constantly pray and if you just hold on to your faith, it is already guaranteed. Hindi lang nakaka-appease, kumbaga nakaka-calm ng yung damdamin, but also it gives you a sense of assuredness na everything will be okay, everything will be fine. You just have to hold on at wag kang bibitaw. Every time you encounter some problems, dasal lang ng dasal. Every time that things would not go your way, pray ka pa rin. Basta kasi ang daming ganap, not only to other people but to me personally, na talagang prayers lang talaga ang nakakatulong. Sabi nga nila na talagang nakaka-move mountain, prayers do move mountain, or mountains of problems kung meron kayong pinagdadaanan. So, maraming salamat talaga, Joey, for the reminder. Grabe, para kang nag-summarize ng year end ng mga nangyayari sa dito sa Dear Kuya Josh. At ang pang-apat, Kuya Josh, ay ang sense of forgiveness and gratitude. Uh, uh, Maraming bagay sa ating buhay na minsan ayaw natin magpatawad o ang hirap magpatawad, pero kailangan gawin ito. At gustong gusto ko ang nabanggit mo before sa iyong show na forgiveness is not for other person. It is for you to forgive yourself, to free yourself from uh, that feeling of emptiness and anger. Nako, Joey, natumbok mo. Yeah, we had a show, totoo, na we talk about forgiveness. Kasi talagang we all go through that, na talagang forgiveness is so tough. Ang hirap magpatawad, lalo na kapag yung ginawa sa'yo ay OA, meaning it was so heavy, masyado siyang mabigat, masyado siyang malalim, it was so deep yung hurt. It's either you were hurt, yung reputation mo, your reputation was tainted, na malay ng person mo, na pag marites ka o na chismis ka, and napagbintangan ka for something na you didn't do, at parang na-ostracize ka ng group mo, things like that. And if that is from a person or a group of people, ang hirap, di ba? It is not easy. Sabi nga natin in one of the shows, it's easier said than done. But the ultimate test talaga would be if you are able to forgive. At ako kasi, ang like what I said in past shows, you would know when you have forgiven that person or that group or that individual kapag napagdasal mo na siya. Yung dasal na hindi siya mapahamak ka, yung dasal na you are hoping that things will be better for his or her life or their lives, pero yung dasal na it's coming from the heart, na you really meant well, na to touch their heart, na para kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan nila na nagmamanifest sa mga sinasabi nila against you, na matutunan nila, or they would learn that this is not supposed to be. At ikaw naman, yung pinagchichismisan, wag kang masyadong affected and don't let it bother you, because ang lagi ko sinasabi, yung mga sinasabi nila sa yung hindi masyadong maganda o mga chinichismis, it is really a reflection of where they are in their walk with God, where they are, yung it's a reflection of their reality. Kaya nga kung masungit sila o nagsusungit sila sa iyo, you always think about what journey they're going through, what yung mga things na nangyayari sa buhay nila na hindi natin alam. Kaya minsan nagmamanifest yun sa masamang ugali o hindi kaganda ang asal, na minsan sa iyo nabubog na ikaw ay yung kumbaga nagiging center. Basta I always tell people na ignore mo, kasi alam mo, I've always been told in the past na pag inignore mo yung mga bagay-bagay at it doesn't affect you, mas naaapektuhan sila. Kasi parang they were hoping that whatever they're talking ill about you, maapektuhan ka. Pero pag pinakita mong you are not bothered, o sinasabi nga nila unbothered ka ng mga bagay-bagay na sinasabi about you, mas nanggagaliiti sila dahil it does not, kung ano man yung chinichina, it does not affect you. Parang wala lang. At pag wala lang, it means hindi sila nagmamatter and you could have moved on. Yun nga, at tama yung sinabi mo, forgiveness is key. Napakahirap magpatawad. Pero if you constantly think about it, bakit yung pag nagpatawad ka, you free, tama yon, you free yourself of that ill feeling inside you. Sabi ko nga na you're allowing more space. Pag inalis mo yung anger, yung hatred, yung sense of vengeance, yung makaganti sa puso mo, nagkakaroon ng mas maraming room or space for the Spirit, for the Holy Spirit to come into your life and to mend things and the blessings para overpower pa yung blessings, mas dumami pa, mag-overflow yung blessings sa buhay mo kasi mas maraming room na pwede nilang paglagyan sa puso mo. Nako, salamat to, Joey, for reminding me of that. At yung last po ay yung sense of gratitude. Importante po na lagi tayong nagpapasalamat, lagi tayong tumatanaw ng utang na loob o tumatayo ng gratitude na sa mga bagay, mga tao o mga incidents na nangyari sa buhay natin. We have to be thankful. We have to be mindful and be gracious and be okay, you have to be mindful of all the good things that's been given to you. Hindi man siya always nice and good all the time or all of the time, pero the sense of gratitude will take you a long way. Naku, Joey, maraming salamat for bringing that up. Talagang sense of gratitude talaga is important. Importante talaga, especially now that we're going to the new year. Sabi ko nga, this is a time, and I said that in my Facebook page na this season, ito especially coming itong almost end of the year, it is a time to reflect mo yung mga bagay-bagay na nangyari sa iyo the whole year. You reflect on the good things you've done, the bad things that you have done or you have committed, yung mga failures mo na nangyari sa iyo and mga successes, and take inventory. It is important na we do not forget kasi dun sa mga mistakes na nagawa natin at failures, you try to try mo yung lessons. Try to learn the lessons that particular incident in your life, para hindi na maulit-uli, para things would not be repeated and you would not be able, or it would not be grandfathered to the next year. Para at least, di ba, for every mistakes, every failure, there's always a lesson to be learned. Lesson that na nandyan lang in your face, kumbaga, na dapat nating we should be conscious, we should be aware of. Tapos yung sinabi mo naman na yung utang na loob, nako, Joey, medyo sasalungat ako ng konti dyan, kasi I personally, hindi ako talaga into utang na loob, kasi I believe na when you help people, especially yung mga givers natin dyan, when you help people, one, you have to forget that help. Kapag nakagawa ka ng tulong sa iba, kalimutan mo na yun, because you should not take inventory. You should not make a list of the help you have done to a person or to a group of people. Kasi kailangan when you help talaga, walang strings attached, walang ito yung nagbibilang ka para. At ang pinakamasakit kasi, pag tumulong ka, tulong yun. Parang it should be a help na pag nagawa mo na, no strings attached. Kasi ang nagiging issue kasi sometimes about utang na loob, parang hindi mo na mabayad-bayaran, parang lifetime utang na yun. And I am not a believer of that kasi si Kuya Josh kasi when this I would always tell. Minsan nga, some people remind me what I've done, na siguro yung tulong na nagawa ko, yung kahit na minute o maliit na bagay, papaalala. Alam mo, honestly, hindi ko talaga siya maalala. One person I had a dinner with, and ang dami niyang mga good things na sinabi na nagawa ko sa kanya before, a long time ago. At for some reason, hindi ko na talaga maalala. I even asked this friend, na, are you sure ako yun? Sabi niya, ikaw yung you did this for me, you did that for us. Ganyan. Tapos parang ang gandang malaman na may nagawa pala ako kasi I always say, are you sure ako yun? Pero may mga bagay siyang binanggit na nagpapatunay that is it's validating na ako yung taong nakagawa nga ng kabutihan at that time. Pero like what I said, I didn't take inventory of that. I didn't make a list of that particular thing or things that I've done for people. So ang ganda ng feeling na naaalala at tumatak. I think that's good enough. And then ako personally, I always tell people, the best thing to do is when people would thank me, sabi ko na lang, just pay it forward. You don't have to uh, ibalik sa akin kung ano man yung tulong, but i-pay forward. And I know it kasi you will encounter a similar situation and do the same thing. Okay? So, yan muna. At balik tayo yung sa ano ni Joey. So, those are the 5 things that I would like to share sa mga viewers at saka sa listeners ng Dear Kuya Josh. Talagang Kuya Josh, your show really meant a lot to me, and I know it meant a lot to a lot of people also. Again, Joey, maraming salamat. Um, to be honest, like what I said time and time again, um, you just don't know how I am touched as well by all your letters or your gratitude, yung mga mga magagandang bagay na sinasabi nyo about the show. Maraming salamat. It was it was really a happy pill for me na nalalaman kong kahit na with this little show of ours, nakakagawa siya ng kaunting dent sa mga buhay-buhay ninyo, natin, even ako, with the nuggets of wisdom I'm learning not only from our viewers but our listeners, but from the letters themselves, na marami ako napupulot na mga aral na na-apply ko rin sa daily life ko. And like what I said when I started earlier, and hopefully itong mga aral na to, itong mga tidbits of wisdom na ay nasa sa puso ko, at it turning me to be to find that better version of myself. Yun. At maraming salamat, sabi ni Joey, at more power sa PHLB Radio at sa mga shows mo, Kuya Josh, like itong Dear Kuya Josh, at yung isang show mo na alam mo ba? At ang walang sawang manonood at makikinig sa shows mo, Joey. Nako, Joey, maraming salamat talaga. I am in the loss of words. Napakagandang letter to end this year. Like what I said, the New Year is about a couple of hours na lang, or for the people in different parts of the world, isang araw na lang, isang tulog na lang, bagong taon na. Sabi ko nga, yearly talagang may mga bagay talaga tayong dapat matuto. There are things that we have to be more appreciative. There are things that took place in 2023 that we take inventory of the lessons we learned because of the mistakes that we committed, the failures, and you got to remember, you need to take ownership of that. Kasi one thing na natutukan ko when I learned, and this is what Kuya Josh would share to you in the last portion na lang, is when you acknowledge that these are not, bad things happen not because wala kang contribution doon. Stop blaming anybody or the situation. At the end of the day, take ownership of that. Kasi once you acknowledge that you are a part of that problem, then you would be able to stand up and kind of dust yourself and start anew, start fresh, because nung sa acknowledgement na yon of the say the mistake that you did, that you could take another path, meaning you would be able to learn and to rise up from that mistake and be a better individual, a better you, sabi nga, di ba? Now also, gustong-gusto ko rin yung 5 lessons niya na nakuha niya dito. One, ulitin ko, sabi nga niya, let go, let God. Nako, lagi niyo pong isa puso yon. Let go, let God. Anything that hits you, anything that would manifest in your life moving forward, just let go of that. Let go of that situation, let go of that problem. Let go and let God work His wonders in your life. Tapos yung isa naman, make your faith bigger than your fear. Totoo po yan. Panghawakan nyo lang yan. Laging, when you have this doubt, when you have this sense of fear, when you have this sense of uncertainty, hold on to your faith. Sabi nga kung naka-hold ka, naku, yakapin mo talagang pati paa mo para kang butiki, you talagang para kang tuko. You hold on to that faith na huwag kang bibitaw because sometimes yung parang nasa last string ka na ng kumbaga pasensya or yung faith mo, and then the resolution will be parang siyang tsunami will just be right there given to you kasi hindi ka bumigay. Tapos yung third na sinabi ni Joey, yun nga, yung sense of forgiveness, which is very, very hard to do. At very, uh, hindi siya easy, hindi siya a walk in the park. Pero in time, more practice, at yung unbothered behavior towards mga bagay-bagay, it will really really help you to be a better person moving forward. Tapos yung isa na sinabi rin niya, yung sense of gratitude. Nako, importante yan talaga. Lagi tayo nagpapasalamat. I'm guilty of that na before. And I think I've shared that before na all I do every time is when I pray is like I want this, all my wishes. Talagang hindi ako nakakapagpasalamat. And then the show, one of the shows natin dito nabanggit nga yon yung what the prayer, your prayer should start with thanksgiving, or if you could do praise and worship, please do. And then bago ka humiling, tapos yung hiling mo should be in accordance to His will, kasi minsan yun yung concept natin ng need at saka want. Iba yung want, kasi yung want is gusto, pero yung importante ay yung pangangailangan. And always believe that whatever you ask of the Lord or the supreme being that you adore, it will be given unto you as long as this will be good to you or good for you. Kasi at the end of the day, hindi ibibigay yung mga bagay na alam niyang makakasama sa'yo. At yung panghuli na senior niya, which I really, really, really like, and I think na naging topic na rin natin in one of the shows, yung BTS, Believe, Trust, and Surrender. At yun ang laging panghawakan nyo. You believe, talagang maniwala ka na there is something bigger, there is someone supreme than you. Tapos paniwalaan mo lang yon, magtiwala ka lang, trust, wag kang magva-vacillate. Kung mag-vacillate ka, ibalik mo sa prayers, tapos i-surrender mo. That's what I personally would do, and have been doing. Anything that happened in my life, good or bad, I offer it, I surrender it, parang ikaw nang bahala. Again, not to preach, and a little disclaimer, any discussion or any comments or advice that we have done here in the shows or in my shows, yung dalawa kong show, it's not a reflection on the management or owners of PHLB Radio. Okay, para klaro lang. So, hindi po perfect yung life. Marami pong hurdles, marami pong potholes, pero you just, every day, kahit ako, I'm guilty of that, there are days na talagang may mga bagay-bagay na nakaka bother pa rin sa akin, at may mga bagay na minsan it affect me pa rin, yung behavior ko about people. Pero pag nag-snap back ako sa reality na I just have to be more patient, I need to believe, I have to trust, I have to surrender. So yun po, yun ang ating year-end. Ako, maraming salamat, Joey. Alam ko wala kang problem na pero yung pag-share mo ng letter mo, napaka-timely for a year-end show. Nako, mga kaibigan natin sa inyong lahat, at kayo po ay para ko ng mga kapatid, pamilya, at ako mga best friend, mga kaberks, kabarkada, dabarkads, kayo na po, kapuso, kapatid, kapamilya. Maraming salamat po, at I will continue to do shows na sana kapulutan natin lahat ng aral. At yung mga letters po, ang dami ko pa pong letters na isa-isa ko pong bibigyang panahon sa mga darating na mga linggo, para lahat po ay ating mapagbigyan. Yung mga letters po na hindi ko pa po nababasa, babasahin ko po yon. I'm trying to find a way na 2 letter yung magawa natin. Pero minsan po kasi because of of the letter itself, yung pinresent, talaga pong it warrants talaga po ng isang whole show. Pero rest assured, I will try to do my very best to accommodate all the letters, at yung kahit yung iba pong letters na medyo pareho, I will try pa rin po na itoggle, and you'll see more improvements siguro, at wala po akong sawang pasasalamat sa inyo for sharing, for tagging, or for replaying the shows, at nakakagulat in a very pleasant way na pag nakikita ko po kayo, or hindi nyo po kilala, and you find out na ako si Kuya Josh, nagsasabi po kayo sa akin na you follow me or you watch the show. Iba po yung happiness na nararamdaman ko, at alam ko po na that is so sincere, it's coming from the heart. Yun lang po ang masasabi ko. It's not to glorify me, but to glorify the God that I adore. So to God be the glory, at let's continue to be good to people. Kahit nga, like I always say, na napakahirap. It was so testing talaga, na and taxing at the same time, to do good sometimes, kasi there's so many factors in our lives na nagkakos ng anxiety, uncertainty. Pero ano lang, hapit lang, huwag tayong bibitiw, kapit lang. Sabi nga, like what was said time and time again, know your God, know the person you adore, know that there is the supreme being who will always be with us, for us, and will be walking in front of us, behind us, in both sides. So that creates that sense of assuredness, sense of safety and stability in our lives. So before I end, again, Happy New Year to everybody. Looking forward po sa 2024. I wish you all the best for this coming year. For 2024, make it this year a much better year than 2023. I-pray po natin na 2024 will be the prolific year. It will be the phenomenal year of all years. Sabi nga, this is the year of the dragon, if you believe such thing. Pero ito raw po ay, sabi ko nga, i-manifest nyo na po na this will be your year of redemption, year of comeback, year of wonderful things, phenomenal, amazing things that will happen in your life. And with that, as always, I will close again the show tonight. As always, I always remind you na please be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And every act, and this year, next year, I will share with you yung mga bagay na nangyari that would prove to you that your act of kindness, any act of kindness that you have done to people, or you will be doing to others, it will come back to you in so many ways, in different times, in different situations, and with different people. And that's a guarantee na I know personally that I will share with you in 2024. At maraming salamat. God bless us all. May you have a safe, wonderful New Year. Yung celebration, be careful. Yung mga, especially dyan sa Philippines, wag na po tayo magpaputok. Just watch na lang po mga fireworks display na in different cities. Let's try to be a believer na wag na tayong maging pasaway. So with that, maraming salamat. God bless us all. Looking forward to a wonderful celebration. Looking forward to the best year ever, 2024. With that, magandang gabi, magandang umaga, tanghali at gabi. Happy viewing to everybody. Happy New Year. Bye-bye everybody. See you next year.